Hello, Diana Smith here. This is going to be such a fun video because it's a Q&A, but it's a Q&A with cues I've never heard and a bunch of answers I've never had to come up with. So I think that you will get a kick out of it, if nothing else, because I know I will. So I hope I'm here to entertain you. Grab yourself a cup of coffee and let's meet right back here. Okay, we're back. Let's get going. I have never heard these questions before, so sorry if I offend, but promise I will again. Let's have some fun together. I'm also going to be looking over here often because Lily is the one asking the questions. So I think this is going to be fun. Number one.
What would be your last meal?
It would be Walmart's garlic rotisserie chicken, picked out with my fingers, and then chunks of chicken put in what am I thinking? Pork rinds. Yeah, believe it or not, garlic rotisserie chicken.
What's something you love about yourself?
My smile.
What did you do before creating My Best Life Journal?
I was a real estate broker for over 20 years. And I am a top rank leader in a multi-level marketing company.
Who is your hero?
My daughter.
Outside of business, what do you enjoy doing?
Horseback riding. Some of these are really easy.
What is your proudest moment?
My daughter.
Favorite drink?
Oh, tequila and Diet Coke. I mean, unless it's coffee.
Favorite food?
Chicken. By far.
What is your least favorite chore?
Unloading the dishwasher.
If you could say something to the entire world, what would you say?
Love yourself. Because there's so much hate and unhappiness in the world. If you're not happy with where you are and able to love yourself, you just don't have any love to give anybody else. So I think that's the biggest message I could give anybody is be grateful and love yourself.
Describe your perfect day.
Get up in the morning and pack food and hop on the horses and ride up into the mountains.
All day?
Yeah, that's why I had to bring food.
No tequila?
Huh?
No tequila?
Well, I had tequila. I do have a flask for that.
Who is your favorite social media influencer?
Favorite social media influencer? That's a tough one. Like an influencer in what way? Like they're just big on it? Because like my most fun person to watch on social media is The Rock. It's The Rock. But I love the message that Rachel Hollis has. I love anything Tony Robbins. But I don't really know, he's not really on social media. Shit, I don't know. Social media influencer? I don't know, like Jay Shetty is a really good one too. I don't know. Beep, next question.
If you could choose to live anywhere, where would you pick?
Here, right here, in my house, in my town. I love my life right now. And the more I travel, the more I love home.
What state do you live in? I feel like some of your followers might not know where you live.
Oh, Washington State. And just so you guys know, Washington State is not Washington, D.C. There is an actual state of Washington.
What is your why?
Wow. Some of these are really easy. I did an exercise that Dean Graziosi does, and it's called 7 Layers Deep, and it's how you're to discover your why. So somebody asks you what your why is, and you have an answer, which usually comes from your head. And then they ask that same answer again, and the same answer again, and the same answer again 7 times. And by the time they say that about 3 to 5, the answer goes from your head to your heart. I have a fly flying around here. It's going to drive me crazy. It's a short drive to drive me crazy, but it's driving me crazy. But anyhow, what I discovered was my why is that I want to be able to impact, empower, and encourage women. The interesting thing when I took that test was the reason that I want to do that is that when I'm gone, I want my daughter to be able to say that I was her mother. So the really interesting thing about that question, it's amazing, it's surprising you asked that question because you think it would be a quick, easy answer. It's not easy to find what your why is, I don't think. And my why is to leave. I just want my daughter to be proud of the woman I am and that I've made an impact on women so that my daughter gets to be proud of me. That's my why.
When did you start journaling?
I have been journaling for probably 10 to 15 years. I love journaling. I love just waking up I love to set myself up in the morning for gratitude for the life I have. I am statements and intention to live the life that I want to lead. So I've always journaled, but typically I've journaled like in spiral notebooks because I could never find exactly what I wanted in a journal.
What's a random fact that you know?
Pigs don't sweat. They are a very clean animal and they roll in the mud to cool themselves off. Oh, and spiders play dead. If that shit don't freak you out, nothing will. Spiders will curl up and play dead when they hear my vacuum cleaner. And then if I walk away, their like legs will come out and it's disgusting because that's the one thing that creeps me out. But spiders play dead.
Favorite book and why?
Oh my gosh. My favorite book in the world, see that fucking fly? My favorite book in the world is Eckhart Tolle's A New Earth. And it's because I was at a certain, Eckhart Tolle, his writing, I'm telling you, is like reading. It's like watching paint dry. It can be very slow. Listening to him talk is that way too. This is my favorite book. It's been the most impactful book for me, which is what made it my favorite. It was at a time in my life when my daughter, I was becoming an empty nester, and I felt like I didn't know who Diana was. I just knew myself as Fallon's mom. And so it was really hard to be that young, and I was a single mother. So when Fallon moved out, I went from being Fallon's mom to being an empty nester at a young age. So it was really hard for me to identify what it was. You spend years raising a kid and that's what you're there for. And then it takes a while to figure out what you're supposed to do with yourself once your kids are raised. So that's why it's very important to me always to try to encourage women to not lose themselves just because they have children. Your why has to be a lot more important than just raising children. And I learned that during that time of my life. And so Eckhart Tolle's A New Earth talks about ego and getting rid of ego because of the unhappiness that the ego causes. And if you can just look at the ego and laugh at it, it goes away. And you can't wrap your identity around certain things. So that was a really impactful book for me. But the message is that I learned the most is your identity cannot be wrapped around your children, because when you're done raising children, you still need to be a powerful, strong, confident woman. So you were a woman before you had children, and you need to hold on to her after raising kids. These questions are thought-provoking. I thought it was just, some of them would just be so easy. Some of these are really easy.
What is your dream car?
My dream car is no car at all. I cannot stand cars because when I sit in cars, I feel like my ass is gonna scratch on the ground. So my dream truck would be a brand new Dodge diesel loaded to the nines with the big 4 doors and 1 ton Big Mac Daddy. And a cool color. Like I like white color on a lot of rigs, but nowadays I'm loving like the copper color things and the brown color things. And I'd want leather. Oh, I know exactly what it is. And I want brown leather interior, like saddle leather with white stitching. And I want everybody to hear me coming from a mile away in that bad boy.
Want everybody to hear me coming from a mile away in that bad boy.
Favorite cosmetic or beauty product?
Like I can't live without moisturizer, but that's not a fun one. Oh, I love dry shampoo. She had to help me with that one. I think as far as makeup, my favorite, like, I love my eyelashes. So I love mascara.
What brand do you use? Mascara.
It's a cheap Walmart L'Oreal. I wear all Walmart makeup.
What would you do if you won the lottery?
I would pay off my house, buy that dream truck. I would buy a living quarter horse trailer so that I could travel out in the winter time to like visit family in Texas and stuff like that. And then I would, I would pay off loved ones' homes. I've always thought instead of just giving people money, if the house that they're living in is a house that they chose for themselves, then I would just pay off that house that they already live in. Although that'd be pretty easy for me because I'd really only have to pay off my daughters because I don't have any contact whatsoever with my parents. And if you want to know why, watch this video right here.
What makes you laugh the most?
Everything. I can laugh at everything. Like, you have to be very careful even inviting me to a funeral because I'll find something funny. I think it's the best medicine.
Do you believe in astrology?
I'm not even sure what astrology is, like the stars and them being aligned, and nope, I don't know.
Like, do you read your horoscope?
No. You mean to tell me that everybody that's born in my month was going to have the same day? I don't believe in any of the astrology stuff.
Do you know your sign?
Taurus. I'm relatively bullheaded. That's an easy one.
Would you rather lose a leg or an arm?
An arm, because it's easier to walk with both legs. Otherwise, I'd have to walk as a handstand. Okay, if that's too insensitive, you might have to edit that.
Favorite band?
AC/DC all the way.
Biggest fear?
Drowning.
What's the last thing you bought?
Actually, wait, back that up. Not drowning. I'm afraid of getting eaten by a shark. That has to do with the water. I have two fears. I'm deathly afraid of spiders, and I don't want to be eaten by a shark. So I'm not afraid of the drowning as long as the shark leaves me alone.
What's the last thing you bought?
Batteries, tequila, and 2 bags of lettuce yesterday.
Did you get good grades in school?
No. I had to beg to get out of school. I just, like, by the hair of my chinny chin chin, managed to make it on that pedestal. Not the pedestal. I wasn't on the pedestal. I was, like, blended in with the crowd in the bleachers. Like, I was one of the bad kids. Like, I showed up at graduation in ripped up jeans when ripped up jeans weren't popular. I might have been drunk through it too.
Glass half empty or half full?
My glass is always overflowing. I am so grateful and so blessed, and I can see the good in everything. Or I can at least figure out the lesson I'm supposed to learn.
What are red flags for you in a relationship?
I don't know if his ring finger has a tan line. I'm not really good at red flags because I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. And then I find out bullshit. So.
Favorite celebrity?
The Rock. The Rock. And he's a tequila maker. So that's a good thing.
If you had to stay one age forever, what age would you pick?
Probably now. I think now at this age, I'm more confident, secure, and I have no jealousy toward other people. I think that I'm more generous now than I was as my younger self. I'm certainly kinder than my younger self. So I'd probably say about now.
Favorite season?
Summer.
What would you like to learn more about?
Probably more like this, like how to edit, and more. I want to learn more about podcasting. I'm really interested in podcasting because I love that platform where you can interview. Like, this is a ton of fun. Usually I do these videos alone, but I'm loving that I'm not doing this alone. I've got Lily right here. So this makes a really fun video for me. So I'm really excited to learn more about podcasting, to start on that platform.
And last question. What other business plans do you have in the works?
Oh, I've got so much plans in the works. So this right here is some swag. My 11-year-old calls it merch. And there's a baseball cap, living my best life. I love the journal. I'm huge on journaling, but I also think that I'm huge with notes. So I'm constantly taking notes on things. And I'm huge on scheduling. Not that I ever stick to a schedule, and I'm not on time for anything, but I always write it down, even if I'm writing it down after I already did it. Because I'm one of those that instead of a to-do list that I check off, I will get stuff done, and then I want to make it look like I'm busy. So I go back to my calendar and I write everything I already did so it looks like I had a productive day. So as far as business stuff for the My Best Life brand, there's different things in the works with planners and things like that. And then business-wise, I really want to grow this YouTube channel. So by all means, if you haven't yet, please subscribe because YouTube loves it. I love it. So please subscribe down below, just a button. But I would love to grow this channel. And then like I was saying, podcasting, because I think that reaching people through social networks like this is how you can make the biggest impact. So with all of that being said, everybody stay safe, stay healthy, stay surrounded by loved ones, stay grateful for all of your blessings. And I'm gonna see you right back here next time.